On November 24th, 2024, Viperin and RobTop presented the second official Gauntlet contest of Update 2.2. With a short announcement and some rules, they left the rest open to creators. Along with the rules, they also gave a theme, that being space. And little did we know that this would become the craziest competition in Geometry Dash history. They gave creators 3 months to make the craziest space-themed levels, with the difficulties being easy to insane. They also threw $3,000 into a prize pool, which is a nice incentive to create possibly the best levels in the game. Like, look at these entries! From a crazy designed broken spaceship to a space goat to getting eaten by a dragon. And that's barely even scratching the surface. We're gonna take a look at the contest as a whole as well as highlight some entries. Let me just start off by saying that all the entries that Viperin put into a playlist are beautiful levels. You know how in the contest video it said that every level in the Gauntlet would become epic rating or higher? Yeah, every single level in the playlist is worthy of that. That just shows how absolutely stacked this contest is. And if you haven't looked at the levels yet, I can almost guarantee that you've gotten some of the levels in your YouTube recommended. Nexus and Viperin have uploaded many of the levels onto their channels publicly, and though the more underrated entries haven't gotten many views like the bigger ones, I'd still say that the entries deserve more attention. But what are some of the bigger entries? Well, you have a level contemplating everything in space, I guess, a motion graphic like Masterpiece in Point of View, an art-themed funky level in Abducted, beauty in a level with Echo Delta, a motion picture in Final Orbit, maybe the craziest level I've ever seen in Aperture, and a literal montage of some of the Space Gauntlet entries in Alien Dream Emulator. And that's only 5 of the levels in the contest. You can only imagine what some of the others are like. Okay, but now, what are some of my favorite entries? I mean, obviously you have to look at levels like Aperture, Point of View, Echo Delta, and Final Orbit because those levels are absolute peak. But my bias likes to favor 102 Blues because I'm friends with Painting Orange. It's also a really cool art level. And then you probably get my dream collab with Leal's The Beyond and its clean design style. And I can't forget another friend's art level with Space Trip hosted by Phalanx. It's a really clean art modern fusion that I really dig. Now that I've mentioned my top few, let's look at the opinions of some others. Kiba mentions Out of Place, another really cool art level that MathGenius thinks has a lot of aura. Then Echo Delta, Aperture, Space I guess, and then you look at Kisaraji, a level with beautiful designs throughout. Definitely underrated in my opinion. Then you get 102 Blues, yes! Then Abducted, then another underrated modern level with Starmalade, which has 2 ending paths you can take, that I find really cool. Then The Beyond, and then Planispheres, which is one of the most unique levels from the contest in my opinion. Some other really cool ones include Defining and Defying by Galofuff, which uses a really cool mechanic that reverses the player gravity in a weird way. That isn't the only level Galofuff is in though, because he's in yet another underrated masterpiece in Mission S, a mix of a lot of styles, primarily modern. But there's a lot of levels from the most talented creators out there for this contest, including Abstract Dark, D-Hainer and Splinter, Maya Rosa, Danger Cat, Desticy, Darwin, and so many more. Overall, the Space and Cosmos Gauntlet contest is pretty crazy, as we saw many amazing levels come out near the deadline. With a term as niche as space being the theme, we ended up seeing a lot of unique entries that stood out from the rest. It goes to show how creative this community really is, especially in the past year since 2.2's release. I'm not going to make any predictions myself, but if you want to make a tier list, there's a template that VoxyCat made out of some of the best entries in the description. The results come out this coming Saturday, so good luck to all the participants and get that bread.
And save me some while you're at it.
Math, shut up and let me end the video.